Catholic Mom Talks. Happy Friday, everybody. I can't believe it's finally Friday. And for some of us, we are on winter break, which is super exciting, right? And preparing for Thanksgiving. Well, I wanted to talk tonight a little bit about coming home for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And by coming home, I mean spiritually coming home. And there's a song that I absolutely love. It's an old 80s song they used to sing at Mass. And it's Come Back to Me with All Your Heart and Don't Let Fear Keep Us Apart. Okay. And I was thinking about praying, all of us praying, for the courage to break away anything that has been separating us from our Lord, from our relationship with our Lord. Now, for some of us, that might mean maybe we've been living a life in sin, right? Maybe we're living with our girlfriend or we're living with our boyfriend. Maybe we haven't been to church in 20 years. Maybe we haven't been to confession since we made our first confession, right? Maybe we don't know anything about our faith. Maybe our faith is a cultural faith, or our faith belongs to our parents that have handed it down to us, and we really don't know who Jesus is, right? Well, I'm inviting you today. I'm challenging you all. I'm challenging you all to find out where you are at in your relationship with our Lord. Some of you may have a pretty good relationship with Jesus, right? But how can you make that relationship stronger? How can you make it stronger? Now, I'm going to ask you to, number one, go through a house cleaning, okay? Anything in you that is preventing you from getting to Jesus is not important, okay? It's not important. If it's separating you from the love of Jesus, it is not the will of God, okay? It's very simple. If a relationship or a habitual sin is causing you to not go to your Lord, or not go to God, or not be in union with Jesus, then it has to go. It has to go. And we have to be brave, and we have to be mature, and we have to ask God for the courage to see it for what it is. Anything that keeps us from our Lord has to go, okay? And by that I mean we need to come back wholeheartedly to our Lord. And not just because we're afraid that if we die, we won't go to heaven. Okay? That is a immature faith. Okay? Of course, we're afraid we don't want to go to hell, right? But that can't be the motive of why we want to come back. Okay? The motive has to be that I want to be in a good relationship with my Lord. I want to love him the way he wants to be loved. Okay? I want to be in a place where I'm at peace in my life. Right? I know that this is God's will for my life, and I know that I'll have peace if I stay in union with my Lord. Right? Now, I want you to look at something from a little bit of a different perspective. Sister Faustina, she was a Polish nun who, she's a saint. She's a saint, and she's the one that instituted the Divine Mercy, right? And it's for the Merciful Hour. If you want to, you guys can look it up online. It's an amazing prayer. It's said usually at 3 o'clock, right? The time that the Lord died, right? But it's to pour forth God's mercy unto our souls and into the world. It's a beautiful prayer, beautiful chaplet. I invite all of you to check it out, right? Well, God is all merciful, all loving, right? He's waiting for us, okay? Now he's waiting. Now this is the story of the prodigal son, right? The son goes off into the world, does everything in the books he's not supposed to do. He sins, right? Spends all his father's money, and he figures, well, I'll have to go back home because my father, I'll have to eat what my servants used to eat, and I'll have to just live like that, right? Because it's better off than just dying here, right? So I'll have to go back to my father. So he comes back to his father. And when he gets there, what does he find? Not a father that's scolding him or yelling at him, but a father with open arms waiting for his son to return home. And he wants to embrace him and celebrate him. He says, my son that was once dead or lost has now come back to life. Okay? So this is us, right? Have we not been the prodigal daughters and the prodigal sons in our lives, right? Have we not been there? But what we need to see is the Father that is waiting for us on the other side, right? He's waiting for us. He's longing for us. He longs to listen to us. He longs to be in our company. He's waiting for us. He's waiting for us in the Holy Eucharist. For my fellow Catholic brothers and sisters, he's waiting for us. He longs to sit with us, right? He wants to heal us. He wants to put our life in order. He wants to bring you peace and joy. He wants to fill that gap of loneliness you have. He wants to heal every wound that has been caused to you by people that have hurt you. He didn't want them to hurt you, right? He wants to heal you. He is the only one that can be totally and completely trusted. Okay, so I invite you to come back. I invite you to have the courage to come back. And if you have trouble getting back home spiritually, ask the Lord to give you the grace. May we all be home for Christmas, okay? Thanks so much for listening, everybody. God bless everyone.